No. Yeah. A 2020 with taunt, it would have won the game in 2 turns. Yeah. But again, you got to keep in mind. You got to keep in mind the things your opponent can have. I mean, you can have a vaporize as a mage. You got, you know, he obviously didn't think about execute being out there. So, all right. So here's our cards. This actually isn't bad. We'll have the Cork Ring guaranteed at turn 4. Shield Slam will give us a draw card, maybe. You know, I'm actually gonna drop. I kind of want to drop the execute. I'm not really sure. Let's just go with it and see what happens. Maybe not the best choice, but we'll see. Is the stream lagged? Oh, we have Leroy Jenkins. That would be interesting to pull out at turn 4. Alright, we'll end our turn. It looks like the stream is lagging some. Are you guys seeing that at all? It's happened, what was it, 2 nights ago? It seemed to lag for a little bit as well. Alright, so he's a hunter. He put down a Starving Buzzard, which means he's probably got some sort of beast deck. We could go ahead and kill it with Slam. Slam's not actually, that's not bad. We won't get to draw a card from it, but we'll clear the board and, yeah. And that way he doesn't get beefed up with by summoning beasts. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we'll end our turn. Next turn, we'll probably go ahead and use Shield Block. Scavenging Hyena. So this guy's clearly built a beast deck. Those kind of synergistic decks could actually be trouble for us. So we have a couple options here. We could go Wolf Rider and put 3 points of damage into him. We could go ahead and do Shield Block and draw a card. I'd actually rather get the damage in, so let's go ahead and do that. And we'll end our turn. Again, the point of this deck is really kind of to hit early and often. So he's going to summon a companion. 4/2s, that's charge. Yeah, so he's got a charge companion. So he could put 6 damage back into us. That's fine. Inner Rage. Deal 1 damage to a minion gains 2 attack this turn. Alright, so we could drop Leroy Jenkins and Inner Rage and hit him for 8. And then probably we'll get him for 11 total. And he'll hit us for 6. So I kind of liking that play. It's going to give him... It'll give him 2... Let's see. We could also Corker and Elite here. That might be the better play rather than giving him Whelps at this point. And if we charge, we can take out... we could take out his Huffer. Yeah, you know what? I think I'd rather take out his Huffer right now. And then we'll... Oh, I forgot about his Scavenging Hyena. Oh, that's alright, we'll just trade this way. So we'll clear the board, and then we can always put in 8 points of damage with Leroy.
Well played.
Alright, so he's tracking to draw a card. I still would like to use our Shield Block at some point. We could always do Shield Block and our Hero Power, and we would have 7 armor. He's got a gold. He's obviously been playing Hunter a bit. He's got a gold Timberwolf. Alright, so we got Hellscream now. So, interesting. So now we could do... Enrage would be 6, 8. We could do 12 points of damage at turn 8. So I think we want to save that Enrage for Hellscream. In which case, we could Leroy Jenkins out and put in 6 points of damage now. Or we could Shield Block and Armor Up. I think we will do Leroy Jenkins this turn. We could Shield Block and Armor Up. Do Leroy Jenkins next turn at turn 6. Yeah, you know what? Let's Shield Block, see what we get. Novice Engineer is not bad. Alright. So let's go ahead and get Novice Engineer in. We'll draw another card. There we go. Now we... Alright, so this is good. So we will have... we will have Taunt Divine Shield on turn 6. We can Leroy Jenkins on 7 and Grom on 8. I kind of like where we're at. So, you know, we'll be putting out some damage here. If he doesn't get some taunt down pretty soon. Well, he's got a little taunt there. Yeah, so this is where his beast synergy is going to start to kick in. So, let's see. Alright, cleave. Alright, so let's think about this. We can get the Sunwalker down. At 6-5, he's going to have to pop the shield, and none of his other minions can kill it on their own. So that's a 2-for-1 trade for him. So I think that's the way to go. I wish we had one more mana, and I would run this into him and kill him with Execute, but I think we need more board presence, so Sunwalker's the play at this point. Let's see, do we have a trade we could do? We could trade, oh, I can't trade, so I gotta go into him. So, I think we just end the turn. I want to save that Novice Engineer so we can use it to proc Execute if we need to. Now, I will admit, you know, he's only at 27 health, and we're like 7... What do you play? Frost Warlord? We're at like 7 turns in, so... but we have some big damage coming. Alright, let's use Arcane Shot to pop the shield. Not a bad idea. He still can't trade, though. He's going to have to do a 2-for-1. He probably doesn't lose his taunt, so he'll probably go with Houndmaster and 2-for-1. Oh, he decided not to. Interesting. Alright, so now we have some options. Next turn is going to be Grommash Hellscream, probably. And he's going to do 12 damage with Inner Rage. Right? Yeah. So we have 12 damage coming out. So we just kind of need to stall a little bit. Yeah, so this time we could go ahead and... Well, I see we have Cleave. I'd rather wait till we can clear the board a little bit so we try to get some people killed for sure. We can run the Novice Engineer here. We can do that. I'd rather get this Frostwolf off the board if we can. Well, here, let's do this. Cleave does 2 damage. Let's run the Novice Engineer in.
If you're sure.
Hopefully we cleave and it hits this guy, the Timberwolf, and then we can charge. We have a lower charge. Well, we could charge and execute the big guy. So let's see what cleave does. That's alright. So now we can execute the big guy. And we can still play... let's play our Corcoran Elite. We won't get to use his charge ability, but at least he's on the map. I'd rather save him. Shit, we could have traded there. I didn't click it quite fast enough. Yeah, that would have been okay. With the 5 health, though, he's going to be forced to come into us with 2 minions. If we had done that, he only would have had to put 1 minion in, so... Probably could have done that, but I don't think it's necessarily that bad that we didn't. We really want to just maintain board presence so we can get Grommash out. Let's see what he does. Alright, so he's got 2 taunt minions now. 22. Alright. Yeah, Cleave was lucky, although Cleave would have been fine with either one of those minions. Okay, so he has decided to do the 2-for-1. He wants to start putting some damage into us, which makes sense. He may, I don't know, he may trade here again. Nope, he decided to go in. I think that's the better play if he does. Yeah. Alright. Problem now, ooh, looks, okay. This is where having the silence is important. Because we can trade here, pop out, silence the beast, and then we can Grommash and hit him. So, that's what we're going to do. We will...
What now?
Let's see. Let's silent... I just want to see... Why is this guy a 4-3? Your other beasts have 1 attack. Okay. So, if we silence him first, he'll still kill us either way. It doesn't matter. Just now he becomes a 3-3. Oh, and he's a 1-1. He doesn't have taunt. Yeah, so that's fine. I wonder if we could have done that differently. Maybe. All right. I'd have to think through that again.
I don't have enough mana.
Oh, we can't cast Grommash now. That's true. Because of the silence. That's all right. We got the 2 taunt minions off. We can still cast Leroy and get 6 damage in and armor up. Alright, so next turn Grommash will come out for 12 damage. Then we're going to be out of cards though, so... Multi-shot clears it. He's only got 2 cards left though. And he's going to have to deal with Grommash, who's going to be nasty. Grommash is going to be a 12-8. So, perfect. So... Well, so we have Knight 14 health. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't think he can do 14 damage next turn. So I think Grommash is the way to go. Yeah.
Taste my...
There we go. So next turn we'll get Sinjin down. If he doesn't kill us this next turn, I think we're in pretty good shape. It's right. So I guess when Grommash... Does Grommash always look like that? Yeah. I swear his face is bigger. Maybe because he's enraged. Maybe his picture got bigger. I don't know. Alright, so he's a 10-8. So, you know, unless he's got... He's got 9 points of damage there. He's got to kill Grommash, though. 1, 3, 4, 5. This thing can do 3 points of damage. He's not going to live the next turn. He just used all his mana, so he can't. So that's game, I believe. He's got no mana left. 3, 4. He can only do 5 points of damage. So, yeah, I think it's got to have to be game. Yeah, he's just going to throw everything he can at him and hope that, unless he's got a 0-point spell. Yeah.
Well placed, my...
Alright, there we go. So, you know, I think that's how a lot of games with this deck are going to go, where, we're going to probably win, but we may be like 15 health, so obviously that can be a little sketchy. So I think the deck worked decently well. The